one of the thoughts that popped up, which everyone seems to like, was the difference between the value, the measurable value that Insights delivers, and how valued they are by the organisation. It's almost a quant-qual, kind of, and it seemed to be that you have to do both. If you do one or other, then you can end up just being a sort of yes service, or you could end up being too kind of metric orientated. But if you can find a way to do them together, does that feel?
Yeah, it does. And I think, and then it's about telling the story of what that data says as well. So it's about collecting it, understanding it, setting yourself objectives, and some of them can be a hard measure. It can be around, making sure that all of your projects are aligned to a commercial goal. And then you can literally go, well, let's look at these 10 projects across the year. Did we actually achieve that? As insight professionals, we are all hugely valued, we're embedded. And so, it hasn't necessarily been the question of, should we keep doing insight? It hasn't been the question. However, perhaps now, and especially with the sort of rise of big data and other streams of information into a company, perhaps now it's the time to make our play.
If you can demonstrate that your business is working on the same strategic priorities, so the insight team is working to the strategic priorities of the business, that's helpful in terms of context. Just very simply, even just demonstrating that your budget goes against those strategic priorities, it's basic, but it helps move the conversations into ways where we are demonstrating our value. And then if we want to put against that valued side the valuable aspect, which is the hard measures or these key measures, which one should we take, which one should we go for? So for each individual project, monitorising some of the action standards. So very simply, we look at measures for advertising or measures for volumetric. We talk about whether we met or exceeded that, and there's often a percentage uplift or something like that, but actually transforming that into a number value and attaching that to the spend.
Lots of good ideas today, and what I'm taking away is we need to start by showing something more specific in terms of the value and really almost go down to size of opportunity. We start talking in terms of what's potentially, back to some of the ideas we got in the forum about what's the value stakeholders actually put to the work, but go into the size of the opportunity in itself space and link that back to hopefully a very clear value that the function brings, and then overtly expand it into spaces that currently are not even discussed in the company.